Good evening, America. Today is December 7th, 1941. Thank you for tuning in to the 5 o'clock news on EME News, America's favorite news station. I'm Emily Hurley, and I come with breaking news from Pearl Harbor. As you may have heard, the Japanese issued an attack on the U.S. naval base located on Pearl Harbor that began this morning at 6:40. At this time, the Japanese sent an attack made up of 33 warships, including aircraft carriers, submarines, and auxiliary craft. Around 7:55, the first wave of attacks arrived over Pearl Harbor and began carrying out their plans to bomb the naval base. At 10 a.m., the Japanese, having completed their attack, retreated back to Japan. Now let's turn it over to Eliza, who is in Pearl Harbor and is talking to a soldier who was on duty during the time of the attack.
Go.
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with Samuel Green, who witnessed and fought against the Japanese during the devastating attack this morning. So, you were working on the USS Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes, I was.
And what were you doing right before the attack began?
I had just woken up and I was brushing my teeth and I heard a big boom that made me jump. I looked out my window and saw the USS Arizona on fire.
What did you do next?
I ran out onto the deck to see what was happening. When I looked up, I saw a swarm of fighter planes with Japanese symbols painted on them. So many people were yelling and giving orders. All of a sudden, someone shouted, "Abandon ship!" It was hard to get off the ship quickly because there were so many people. But once I got on land, I could see all the damage that the Japanese were causing. It was such a horrible sight to see so many strong men that I knew being destroyed without being able to fight back.
Did you have any idea that Pearl Harbor was going to be attacked?
No, I don't think anyone was expecting an attack from the Japanese. Everyone was caught by surprise. I couldn't believe that they were able to destroy so many ships and people in such a small amount of time without giving themselves away.
Well, there you have it. Pearl Harbor has experienced a disastrous attack that destroyed 9 U.S. warships, including the USS Arizona, USS Oklahoma, USS California, and the USS West Virginia. The Japanese also hit Hickam, Wheeler, and Bellows airfields, Iwo Marine Corps Air Station, Kenoi Bay Naval Air Station, and the Schofield Barracks. Back to you, Emily.
So, we can understand the damage that has been done to Pearl Harbor based on those overwhelming words from Samuel Green. The Japanese really took us by surprise. Based on the location of Hawaii and Japan, it is clear that the Japanese had been planning to make an attack on the United States for a while. During that time, the Japanese were deceiving the United States government by promising their hope for continued peace. Now Eliza is with Wendy Anderson, who lives in Pearl Harbor and experienced the attack in her home.
Go.
Thanks again, Emily. I'm here in Pearl Harbor with Wendy Anderson at her home, just a few miles from the harbor. What were you doing when you heard the first bomb go off?
Well, I was making coffee and I looked outside my window and I saw a squadron of planes flying really low across the island. I thought it was the Air Force doing a practice exercise, but then a bomb went off and I knew something was wrong.
So, what were you thinking about when you realized the island was being attacked?
I just started thinking about everyone I know and love, and I started panicking that people I know were going to be hurt by this awful event. Then I called my best friend, who is married to a member of the Navy. She always knows what's going on. So I called her up and said, "Jane, you must know what's going on. Do you know anything about this?" And she said, "I have no idea. It looks like the planes are Japanese, but I thought we were on the same side. I'm not sure that anyone knows exactly what's happening." Well, I thought to myself, she isn't much help, and I guess I'll just stay in my house and wait this out. And that's what I did.
Well, it looks like you made the right decision in staying at home. But still, we're all very confused here in Hawaii. People want to know what's going on. They want to know who destroyed their beautiful island and why they would do such a thing. Maybe Emily back in Los Angeles has some information that will help to answer these questions.
Thank you, Eliza. We have a recording from the press conference with President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Let's play the film.
Early this morning, the Japanese issued an attack on the United States that began in Pearl Harbor. The attack lasted from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. They did not warn us, and we had no idea that they wanted to attack us. The United States will cut off diplomatic relations with Japan because of their sudden and deliberate attack. The Japanese are very strong, but we are stronger, and we must fight back. Due to the other attacks that Japan carried out last night, it is easy to conclude that the Japanese are trying to expand throughout the Pacific area. The United States must take a defensive action to prevent this from happening again to us. I feel that I am speaking for the will of the people when I say that the United States must declare war on Japan. Thank you for your time.
Well, there you have it from our President, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The United States is entering the war. Thank you for tuning in to EME 5 o'clock news. We'll be back at 11 with an update on the attack. See you next time. Good morning, America. Today is December 8th.
Evening.
Oh, darn it. Good evening, America. Today is... Good evening, America. Today is December 8th. 1941.
I'm so glad I'm a woman. I don't have to deal with buttons.
There you go. I like this button up all the way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now it's looking much better.
Oh, can focus.
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with Samuel Green.
It's raining!
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with Samuel Green, a soldier who witnessed and fought against the Japanese during the devastating attack this morning. So, you were working on the USS Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes, I was.
And what were you doing right before the attack?
Well, I had just...
You look like a woman!
Because I am!
You can't stop looking at me, staring at me, feeling at me. You can't stop looking at me, so get out of my face. This is a bird? You're not a bird. Yes, I am. Where's Jackson? Jackson! 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 I love you. Jackson! Jackson! This is my makeup. It's all natural.
That's a lie. You're wearing makeup.